Coming to paperback and e-readers, John Haynes, Godbreaker. The man who rules the world takes on the Asgardian god of thunder in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Pre-order your copy of John Haynes, Godbreaker at online booksellers today. I got a comment on my video why the Manosphere refuses to call out right-wing gynocentrism, saying that I was painting the Manosphere with a broad brush. Now, what this viewer doesn't understand is that I was a part of the Manosphere ever since the beginning, and I was contacted by O'Shea Duke Jackson when he read many of my classic men's issues blogs that I wrote even before the Manosphere even started. And back then, I agreed with a lot of the points of the original mission of the Manosphere, which was supposed to be a male-only space where men were supposed to work together towards helping other men network towards building businesses like my SJS Direct imprint, or going out here and helping network with other black men towards finding job opportunities and teaching other men male life skills and male survival skills that will help them to overcome all of the gynocentrism going on here in America that prevents black men from actualizing their potential. And the Manosphere was a great space for me because with O'Shea Duke Jackson's help, after I wrote a series of articles for him, I was able to go out here and have enough money to commission a black artist to do the cover for my novel, The Legendary Mad Matilda. So the Manosphere was working for me because I worked with a brother towards helping myself and moving forward by helping a black artist get their work out there. So it was fundamentally meeting the mission of the Manosphere of black men helping other black men, and black men participating in things like group economics. Now, as I continued working with the Manosphere, I got contacted by Obsidian to make an appearance on his show, but my money wasn't in the right place. And he started the Sean James Initiative to help me get to a place where I could make an appearance on his show. And a lot of brothers helped by donating to the Patreon and donating to PayPal. And that helped me be able to get the internet that I needed to make that appearance on his show. And I also got a nice bump in book sales. So the Manosphere was working to help me, and I was turning out to be a story that they could have used as one of their success stories in the Manosphere to show how the Manosphere helps other men, helps sharpen other men, helps other men go out here and build. I was a story that could have been a testament to the success of the Manosphere. Unfortunately, the Manosphere got so caught up in black women and talking about women in general that they forgot guys like me, who the Manosphere was originally supposed to be about. Now, the thing that led to me walking away from the Manosphere basically was in 2019, in August, when I made the video looking to break the false narrative about black men and using their passports to go out here and travel to go meet foreign women. Now, once I put that video up, that's when the same men in the Manosphere basically just lost their minds. And once they saw me make that video, many of these men got so in their feelings, they stopped looking to support my Patreon and stopped looking to support me, and some even unsubscribed from my channel, and others went to go stalk me on social media. And it was that whole incident that led to me having a major falling out with the black men in the Manosphere, because that was the first hairline crack as related to the Manosphere being caught up in gynocentrism, because they put a woman from another country over helping a black man who was just expressing an opinion. And again, you would think that an opinion would be something that most men would just brush off, but these men got so in their emotions about hearing about black men and passports not being able to go out here and get those foreign women, that they literally wanted to try to destroy me and my platform, all because I presented an opinion they didn't agree with. And since then, the manosphere has further deteriorated because many of the men in the manosphere are no longer about the mission of trying to work and network with other men towards building businesses, helping other black men get job opportunities, or participating in group economics that helps empower other black men. No, the manosphere has devolved into a dysfunctional space where most of the males there usually spend most of their time beefing and arguing with each other in a gender war, or they're looking to go out here and go back and forth with other black females on social media, disagreeing with their talking points, but not working towards building anything substantive inside of the male only, formerly male only space. Because as the manosphere went on, what happened was over time we had guys like Obsidian starting to let black women into the manosphere, and as black women started to enter the manosphere, what happened was the entire mission of the manosphere became completely compromised, because that original mission was to create a male-only space where black men were supposed to work together towards, again, improving the quality of each other's lives by networking, working towards helping other black men build businesses, helping other black men work together, and helping other black men go out here and be able to build something of substance by working together. No, all of that got destroyed because of black males, as Ringo has called it, competitive jealousy, because many black males, when they see another black man getting some success, a lot of those black men get jealous of that man, and as they get jealous of that man, they start to look to tear down that man, not understanding that the man that you're sharpening, he is going to come back and reach back for you if he is a man of character, because a man of character, he's going to say, thank you for the support, thank you for the help, and then once he arrives to a certain place, he is going to remember you and bring you in to his inner circle. Unfortunately, many black males are more caught up in getting the attention of women and caught up in getting social currency with women, that they were not thinking about the improving themselves as men, and that is what led to the manosphere further deteriorating once they allowed women into the space. Because once women were allowed into the manosphere, that's where the males just got caught up in their feelings about what these women were saying, because a lot of times what these women were doing was they were becoming female chameleons, and these female chameleons, they were basically parroting the talking points from men like myself, taking the talking points from men like myself, making their own videos, and because they know that many of these men are just caught up in their feelings about women, they listen to them tell them what they want to hear, and as those women were telling guys what they wanted to hear, these women were building a platform on YouTube and other social media where they were making a fortune by telling these men that they were a Nawalt, telling them that they were right, and telling these men everything that they had already said in their videos. And as they were doing this, these women were raking in thousands of dollars in cash apps, thousands of dollars in super chats, thousands of dollars in Patreon donations. They were raking in thousands of dollars, basically taking talking points from men like myself and presenting themselves as the Nawalt, also known in many men's circles as the not all women are like that, being the unicorn, being the woman who stands up for men, when in actuality many of those women were standing up to get the cash, and they were beating many of the men in the manosphere at their own hustle. But you couldn't tell that to those men because they were just happy that there was a woman paying them some attention, and because this woman was paying them some attention, they just bought right into their rhetoric, and that's why many of those men in the manosphere refuse to call out the gynocentrism, because they have formed a covert contract with those women, they allowed into their space. They believe that if they give this woman a pass for agreeing with them, eventually what this will do is allow them to have an opportunity at women, an opportunity at women paying them attention, an opportunity at possibly some of these women dropping the skid mark thong and allowing them to put their carbon rod in the atomic waste reactor. So it stopped being about male empowerment. It stopped being about men improving themselves. It stopped being about men improving their life, quality of life. It stopped being about men working with other men, and it all became about chasing women, seeking the validation of women, seeking the approval of women. And again, that is diametrically opposed to what the original mission of the manosphere was all about, because now the mission of the manosphere is gynocentric. It is all about men talking about women, complaining about women, and seeking the attention of women. And again, that runs counter to what the mission of the manosphere was, which was about creating that male-only space, which was about sharpening and improving men, building that network with other men towards creating business ventures, towards working towards building up black men's own businesses, and helping other men go out here and network with other men towards getting jobs, networking with other men towards teaching other men. That was all lost as related to the manosphere, because the whole focus for some guys, it was all about women all the time, and the videos most of the time were complaining about black women, complaining about bad women, talking about traveling to go get foreign women. It was never about building with other men, and that's where the manosphere fell completely apart. And that was the thing that really disappointed me, because I was a testimony to the success of the manosphere, and it's sad to see what the manosphere became over time, because the manosphere walked away from its original mission, which was about producing results for men. And as a man, I was out here producing results with them, showing that it was possible to go out here and improve. And sadly, I had to walk away from the manosphere after 2019 and the whole passport debacle, because it showed me that the men in the manosphere were not about improving as men. No, they have become all about women, and complaining about women to me is not a solution, because women are women. Female nature is female nature, and a woman is not going to change. She is who she is, and complaining about her isn't going to change your situation. Yes, you may make some AdSense dollars, you may get some cash apps and stuff, but it doesn't change anything. No, these women are who they are. They were basically set to be who they are when they were 16, 17 years old, and that's why I don't really talk too much about women, because they are who they are. They're not going to change, but the only person who can make things change is me, and I have to go out here and focus on improving myself, because complaining about poor quality women, raggedy, ratchet women, that doesn't really, again, change anything for you as a man. And that's something many of the men in the manosphere just don't understand. And again, I'm not painting the manosphere with a broad brush. I come from experience working with the manosphere back as far as 2017. And again, I was one of their success stories, And it saddened me to see the manosphere fail like it did over the last 4 or 5 years. It just really saddened me because it could have been a great place for men to learn and grow with each other, a private male-only space. Unfortunately, a small group of men caught up in their lust for the attention of women, they allowed women into the manosphere space, and that turned the manosphere from a space that created success stories like myself into the certified clown show that it is right now. Because what the manosphere is right now is a clown show that basically proves many of the late David Carroll's points about black men not knowing how to work together, going into back and forths with each other, going out here having arguments over foolishness, and getting in their feelings about women, both foreign and domestic, and losing focus on what it means to be a man, what the role of a man is. And that's the sad part that people don't see. Again, the manosphere refuses to call out right-wing gynocentrism. They refuse to call out left-wing gynocentrism. As long as they get an opportunity to get a woman to possibly drop the skid mark thong, and get their taste of the atomic waste, these guys will agree with any woman. And again, that just shows weakness as a man, because a man is supposed to have control over himself. He's supposed to have control over his sexuality, and he's supposed to be out here understanding that yes, there are women who will tell you what you want to hear, but you need to see how their actions define their character. And that's what a man does, because he understands a woman who is out here, yes, she'll play the female chameleon. She'll play the role to get male attention. She'll play the role to get the cash apps. She'll play the role to get the Patreon donations. And she'll make a mint at the man's expense. Meanwhile, a man like myself, who has been making these talking points ever since about 2009 on my own written blog, most people won't even think about a guy like me, because many males, once they hear a female say something, they want to ignore the man who originated the talking points. They want to ignore the man who created many of the talking points, and they want to avoid dealing with that man because they want to get that attention of that woman. That's what happened with the manosphere. And again, it may make some salty to hear, oh, they don't call out right-wing gynocentrism because it's a hit dog being hollering. But the whole thing is, many in the manosphere do not call out right-wing gynocentrism. They don't even call out left-wing gynocentrism. If it can get them to get a woman to drop the skid mark thong, they will change their talking points in a minute, because they're really not about improving the quality of life for men. They're all about just getting the attention of women that they complain about. And a lot of the complaining is all about getting women's attention, not improving the quality of life for men. No, the manosphere, sadly, is, again, a certified clown show that nobody takes seriously, because they don't take a stand on things like on gynocentrism. They don't take a stand to make their space male only. It's all about women. It's all about complaining about women. And complaining about women does not make life change for a man. No, what makes life change for a man is him putting himself first, focusing on himself, focusing on working towards tangible goals, and working towards moving himself forward. That is what improves the life of a man. And when he improves his life, then he will be able to move himself forward and live a better life, because you can't live a better life as a man sitting there complaining about women. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my men's issues books, like Stop Simping, Manginas, The Misadventures of Captain Save-'em, The Man Crisis, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, and The Woman Crisis, you can find all those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available on Lulu. John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes comic book. Get your copy of the first John Haynes comic at lulu.com today.